With Doom Eternal right around the corner, we here at Suggestive Gaming figured now would be a good time to quickly go over the story of the Doom reboot from 2016. Do note that we will not be covering the story of the classic games or the first reboot, Doom 3, but maybe we'll revisit those later. Now, without further ado, let's get right into what you need to know about Doom 2016. Our story begins in the year 2149 on Mars, in a facility operated by the Union Aerospace Corporation. Inside, a mysterious, powerful soldier called the Doomslayer is awoken and finds himself chained to a sarcophagus. After breaking free, he finds the facility to be overrun by the invading forces of Hell before finding and donning his Praetor suit. The Doomslayer then fights his way through the demons on the surface of Mars, finding several recordings along the way from UAC employee Dr. Olivia Pierce, pointing to her being at fault for the invasion of Hell's forces after seemingly planning the opening of portals between Hell and Mars herself. The Doomslayer is soon contacted by Samuel Hayden, the chairman of UAC, whose brain had previously been transplanted into a mechanical body. Using Hayden's AI, Vega, the Doomslayer learns that Pierce and Hayden are the only two survivors of the facility's invasion, and he helps to prevent a meltdown at the facility's foundry before learning of Pierce's ultimate plan: to use the UAC's Argent Energy Tower, which is used to harness energy from Hell and convert it to usable energy for Earth, to open a permanent portal to Hell. Hayden then tasks the Doomslayer with deactivating the tower carefully, but he defiantly destroys its control panels, rendering it permanently useless. He then finds Pierce at the tower before she uses an Argent accumulator tube to open a portal to Hell, dragging the Doomslayer with her. In Hell, the Doomslayer fights his way through stronger demonic forces, finding recordings of Hayden's initial expeditions to the realm, including the record of his discovery of the Doomslayer's sarcophagus, which he recovered as an ace in the hole. The Doomslayer finds a portal back to Mars, and meets with Hayden, who installs a tether system into his suit, which can pull him back from Hell should he wind up stuck there again. He then informs the Doomslayer of the Helix Stone, an artifact used to harness Hell's energy, and sends him to search Pierce's office to discover what she was working on. On his way, the Doomslayer finds the Helix Stone and learns of a powerful demonic artifact known as the Crucible, as well as the Well, which is the source of the energy the UAC harnessed from Hell, as well as what Pierce plans to use to power her portal. Knowing he needs another Argent accumulator to open another temporary portal to Hell, the Doomslayer battles a giant cyber demon, ripping the accumulator from its chest and transporting them both to Hell, where he finally destroys the creature. The Doomslayer then reaches the Necropolis and fights the Hell Guards who guard the Crucible, eventually defeating them and acquiring the artifact. He is then pulled back by Hayden using the tether system he installed. The Doomslayer then finds the facility where Vega is stored and destroys it, but not before making a backup, in order to use the Argent power stored in the facility to enter Hell one last time to use the Crucible and destroy the sources powering the portals between Hell and Mars. The Doomslayer then enters the remains of the realm of Argent Denur, the former homeworld of the Sentinel race, along with their protectors, the Night Sentinels. After the Night Sentinels had split into two factions, the realm fell to the forces of Hell. The Doomslayer uses the Crucible to destroy the Well's power sources and closes it, finding Olivia Pierce shortly after. Upon seeing the Doomslayer, she realizes that she was merely a pawn in a larger game, and she is then transformed by an Argent beam into a giant spider-like creature called a Mastermind, which the Doomslayer is able to kill. Shortly after this victory, however, he is pulled again by Hayden's tether and incapacitated. He then takes the Crucible from the Doomslayer, stating that he needs it to further his research into energy for an increasingly desperate Earth. However, knowing from the Doomslayer's previous actions that he would only prevent him from harnessing the powers of Hell, Hayden decides to take him out of the equation. Realizing that he can't kill the unstoppable force, he instead decides to transport the Doomslayer to an unknown location, but admitting that one day they will meet again. With this, we head into Doom Eternal, with the Doomslayer beginning his path of vengeance on Samuel Hayden and stopping the forces of Hell once again. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and comment on what you'd like to see covered next. Also consider supporting on Patreon or becoming a member on YouTube, with a huge thanks to those folks on screen now. See you guys later.